Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Ahoy! Let's go! We're waking up Chicago. Turn up the radio. It's time to start the show. On Q101 with the morning crew. Ahoy! Let's go! Welcome to the morning show.
Let's go. Give us that proof of life check-in. 312-967-8300, our new number. Yeah, it's not a joke. 312-967-8300. Like Jeremy in Brookfield just checked in and said, let's go. It's Wednesday. And then had ... I used to use ... a lot in my text. I just don't anymore. I think it's a sign if you're old if you do that now. Is that true, Kenzie? I'm not sure if that's one of those things. So I stopped doing it.
What did your ... represent? Like, just you're trailing off like an old man?
Well, I would say in a one text, like Jeremy didn't do this from Brookfield because he just put the trail off like ... trailing off. I would do it where I would say something ... say something else ... say something else ... I don't know why I did that, but
That was your separator, was that?
yes, instead of periods or commas or no, people don't use separators at all for a lot of part today.
I believe punctuation is the word you're looking for, not separator. What's a separator?
Well, any kind of
That's a space.
yeah. Okay. So punctuation, but ... I stopped using them. But for a while, when I look back at like a Facebook memory post comes up, I used a lot of ...
Do you know the official name for ... instead of sounding like an idiot saying ...
Are they ellipses?
Ellipses.
So one is ellipsis or no? It's ellipses.
Well, what would one be? Because it's 3 dots.
I guess it'd be a period.
Uh-huh.
Oh, cool. Okay. So the ellipses I stopped using, I want to say 6 years ago when I noticed that it was just older people using the ellipses.
You don't want to be associated with that.
No, I'm young. Or at least want to appear that way.
I think I would do it if it meant that I was trailing off.
Yeah.
That would be the only way. I wouldn't,
I guess is it still acceptable to trail off with ellipses?
Yeah, if I was like disappointed and I'm like, okay, ... I do that sometimes.
Now, if you put okay, period, that's tough.
No, thank you.
In a text, that's rough.
But I would use it, I'm mysterious and ooky. I would use it as in a mysterious way.
Like?
Like it's almost like a threat. Like it's Wednesday, ... To me, that's very threatening.
Oh, like you're going to do something.
Yeah, it's Wednesday.
Like you're loading up some guns or something.
See, I wouldn't read that. If you're trying to threaten me, don't do that. I'd go, okay.
That's not threatening to you?
No, like, it'd be like, it's Wednesday. I read it like Eeyore.
Oh, I read it like it's a
like
manifesto.
You're trailing off, like, no. Like, that's why, like, okay, when I'm like, okay. Like, I'm disappointed in the answer.
See, I think it's a person-to-person basis, because if Kenzie did do that, that's how I would read it and hear it. If Case did that, that's how I would read it.
Manifesto?
It's Wednesday, like, I'm not going into work today. Something's triggered somebody.
I'm like, I know, right? I would not be threatened.
And Case's is, it's Wednesday.
Anyways, I found this great new deal on a trench coat.
It's your trench coat era?
I'm in my trench coat
Didn't
era.
you just buy Doc Martens, too?
Yeah, he did.
Got a few docs on the way.
Good Lord.
Yeah. Fred Perry
Ruh-roh.
polos.
You didn't buy, like, any aviator glasses, did you, lately?
Can't speak to that.
If I was your parent, I would go through your room, but be worried.
Oh, you'd find all my Marilyn Manson CDs.
Well, he's clearly to blame for all of it.
Okay.
Clearly.
I agree.
Yeah. I was being sarcastic.
I agree.
How the news media they always put Marilyn Manson videos on, and if you're someone that didn't know what was going on, you're like, well, of course this guy's the cause of all this.
Look at him.
Look at the video. Oh my God.
This Marilyn Manson Bill O'Reilly interview clearly is Marilyn Manson's fault.
It's all his fault. It's all his fault. Okay, so today we have a lot planned for you. Six Flags Great America passes at 7:10 and Clash with Kenzie, plus a chance at season passes. Young the Giant, a VIP experience at 8:10. OK Go at 9:10 for Gallagher Way at Wrigley. Plus, and we like to think you listen to the whole show in its entirety. But we're realistic. We understand you have to go into work and you have a boss that won't let you put on like the iHeartRadio app or desktop computer, Q101.com, whatever, however, smart speaker. But we have two huge announcements today at 7 a.m. and at 8:50 a.m. 7 a.m., 8:50. Now, you can listen to the podcast later to the whole show, the Brian and Kenzie podcast. Every second of the show is on the podcast. Anytime you want to hear it, we love that. We love our podcast group that is there. But also, if you can listen in real time, 7 a.m. and 8:50. 2 huge announcements relating to great things for you. Not for us, for you. ... So there we go.
I prefer it. It's for us.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for a fact that makes your brain go. And this is a new term we all need to know. We need to know what this is. And Kenzie, what do you think? I'll just throw it right to you. What do you think the word ghost tapping means? We should all know what this means. And if you don't, that's great, because keep listening and you're going to find out the answer, because I'm not saying everybody knows what this is, but we should know, especially going into summer here the rest of the year. It's something we should really, really think about.
I feel like it's when you stalk someone's profile.
When you stalk a profile.
And maybe from like a private account, like a burner account, like ghost tapping. So, because apparently, I don't have this option, but on TikTok, it shows you people who viewed your profile.
Uh-huh.
Oh, do you not have that option?
No.
Oh, if you're on my profile, I'm seeing you.
Which is crazy.
Why would you guys have different Is it a setting, or is it do you pay for an elite TikTok?
I don't, you know what? I don't want to sound bitchy. It's if you have a certain amount of followers, they don't do it anymore.
Oh.
So if you have over 10,000 followers, they won't show you, which is stupid. Can't I just select if certain people viewed my profile?
Case, do you think that sounded bitchy to you?
I mean, I would just say, I didn't think you were going to dive into why. So.
Well, no, this is a good educational thing. I didn't know that, so that's why we know.
Well, it didn't sound bitchy. It made me feel bad because I don't have 10,000 followers.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, correct.
Now, by the way, I'm on TikTok, same as my Instagram, @_CaseLow, CASELOWE.
Is it the same for all your platforms?
Yeah, TikTok and Instagram are the only two that really matter to me. So,
Well, let's give them all out here. Kenzie, what's yours?
Kenzie K on air. It's one word. My last name is not Con Air, which I do.
When I first saw yours, I love the movie Con Air, too, by the way. That's what hits me, is the Con Air.
when we hired you, we were like, God, this chick's cool. She loves Con Air.
I don't know the Con Air empire of hair either.
She must have been in Con Air, and we don't know.
Oh, man.
Go to the IMDb pages
I
and
can't
try
wait
to
to
find
work
her.
with her.
Yeah. Yep.
Kenzie K on air.
And all mine is Brian J. Haddad.
Now, I don't follow you on TikTok.
Yeah, I haven't done much on there.
I don't follow Brian on TikTok either.
But you're suggested to me all the time as somebody that you might know. I pretend I go, oh, I wish I didn't. But you get suggested to me as a follow all the time, but you're not very active on there. You used to be. During the pandemic, you were very active on TikTok.
I was
We
the
did
first.
dances.
I was the first person on Q101 on TikTok. I was the first staff member here on TikTok.
Okay, you take that as a real point of pride. I'm not sure it's as cool as you think it is.
Well, I would say this. If Kenzie's right about this, that it's stalking profiles, that's what I do on TikTok now. I don't post, but I do go on TikTok, and I like looking at other people's stuff. I like looking at all the stuff that's on there.
What kind of stuff is on your TikTok?
Gold
Not your
digger.
timeline. People don't get notifications for the timeline. I hope you realize that.
You have to click on their profile.
It's if you literally go to their profile and start scrolling down it.
Yeah, I just mean I'm looking around on TikTok. I'm looking around on
Looking
there.
around.
Yeah, I'm looking around on
It's
there.
like I'm creeping on profiles. You're on your timeline. You're scrolling. There's a difference.
I will occasionally creep on a timeline, but sometimes it's just lurking around. Gold digger videos are still prevalent in my world.
And for those that may be new here, what are the gold digger videos?
So it's usually a girl, a very attractive girl in a bikini, and some guy comes up and says like, "Hey, you're very pretty. Can I get your number?" And she blows him off. Then he walks over to his Lambo, and she goes, "Oh, this is your car?" He goes, "Yeah. Well, I don't want your number now." Because she's a gold digger, you see. He figures it out.
a gold digger.
He exposes her on his TikTok that she's a gold digger.
And he wanted her for her amazing personality, so it's totally fair.
Yeah. So she doesn't get to go in the Lambo.
Brian watches those videos like it's The Wire. It's prestige television.
And I would take it a step further. He offers it like he watches them like it's real. So that's also what's disappointing about it.
I'll even go further. Sometimes I expect a different result.
What would the result be?
Letting her in the Lambo, just forgiving her for not being impressed with him first.
Okay.
If you don't succeed, try again. And I think maybe one day she would get in the Lambo and they'd drive off. Then I'd stop watching all those videos. I don't need it anymore.
You're just
in my
waiting
life.
for one that takes a zag.
I'm waiting for a different director and writer to come up with a different ending of that video.
Okay, well, when Tarantino starts doing those, I'll let you know.
Scorsese's doing these gold digger videos. He's a little busy. So Kenzie says it's stalking profile. We're looking for the word ghost tapping. What do you think it means? You can text in 312-967-8300 to guess on your part. Case, what do you think it is?
I think it's when you feel like somebody has touched you, but nobody's there. Yeah, that ever happened to you?
I used to, Case hasn't seen the movie Arachnophobia. I know Kenzie has.
Ugh.
Yeah, right? So after we watched that movie, anytime something I feel on my shoulder, I think it's a big spider. I always think it's some kind of spider coming to attack me. So to your point, you feel something, you think someone's there. I always think it's a bug or a spider. I don't think it's a person always.
I, of course, hear a lot of voices that might not be there, but I also sometimes feel like I'm being touched by somebody that's not there.
Is it when you're on this bus or train?
Everywhere I go.
Okay. And when you turn around, no one's there. Are you sad?
Sometimes I'm relieved.
Well, I don't care who it is. It almost always, well, this isn't Kenzie's situation, but it always feels good to be touched.
Amen, brother.
No, I don't feel that way.
I was speaking for you on that. I knew that's what was going to be your answer.
No.
Yeah.
I do not feel that way.
I would like a good ghost tapping now and then, you know.
Hey, come on, have a good time. Are you down to clown?
All right, so when we come back after Fall Out Boy, we'll tell you what it is. And I really mean this. Everybody needs to know what this ghost tapping is, especially going in the summer, I feel like. That's part of a hint, but guess at 312-967-8300. We'll lay it out for you in 3 minutes. Brian and Kenzie, Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Hammer Alley Podcast, an 80s flashback mockumentary.
Modestly speaking, in 1987, we knew Hammer Alley was better than Def Leppard, White Lion, Glass Tiger, John Cougar, and other artists named after Wildcats.
How did they go from top of the rock to rock bottom?
That band that won Battle of the Bands, Hammer Alley, is as current as a bowling alley. Have you been in one of those lately?
Hammer Alley.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. If you did miss yesterday's show, as we remind you, you can always go on the podcast and listen to the entire show whenever you want. It could be midnight. You want to just listen to it, go for it. It's there for you, the Brian and Kenzie podcast. So what we'll do today in 10 minutes, we'll revisit the jump the shark situation. So I'm going to call it that right now going forward, the jump the shark situation, and reveal the results of our poll. And if you were listening yesterday, maybe you know a little bit more about that, what happened in Clash with Kenzie yesterday with the phrase, jump the shark. So that's coming up in 10 minutes. But first, a fact that makes your brain go, what is ghost tapping? And it's a phrase we all should know. It's really not good. And Kenzie guessed it is stalking someone's profile. You're ghost tapping. Case said it's when you think someone touched you, you turn around, no one's there. Ghost tapping. A lot of people guessed, and it went along a lot of it with being ghosted when you're dating somebody, and somehow it's related to that. None of those are right. It's actually a little bit more ominous of what ghost tapping is. Ghost tapping is a credit card scam, and it's when people use cheap credit card readers and grind on you in the club, and then they actually can trigger a wireless transaction off a tappable chip credit card or mobile wallet. That is ghost tapping. So I'll repeat it again because I think it was a little bit long explanation. But so they have a credit card reader in their pocket.
I don't know where to get a credit card reader.
I don't know either. The dark web? Maybe you can look that one up while I continue.
I think that would probably be Amazon. I don't think it's a dark web that you could have a small business because when you go to like small vendors, like literally like table setup vendors, you know how they have those little tiny
square
squares that clip
Yeah, the little
on
square.
the phone?
Yeah.
So they're very accessible. I'm sure you get one off Amazon.
Oh, credit card readers much cheaper than I thought they'd be.
How much?
Yeah.
I can get one for $45.
Good Lord.
That
I was gonna
feels
guess 30.
that feels way too low.
Yeah. I would have thought $500.
I would have thought 1,000. It's a credit card reader.
Yeah.
Think about the power that holds.
Yeah. So what these thieves do is they somehow have this in their pocket, and then they might say, hey, girl, looking good tonight.
And she says, is that a credit card reader in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Turns out, credit card reader. Who would have thought?
No. So they will bump into you typically at the club, and when they grind on you, they can trigger an actual transaction. What I don't understand is...
Damn it.
What? I know, you got a lot of... You better check
Why
your...
didn't I think of that? I'm so disappointed in myself.
I thought you were thinking when you said, damn it, that you better go look at your credit card statement from people that have tried to grind on you. When you're a married woman and a mother, they shouldn't do that.
No, I would have just been charging up the cards.
You're thinking that you
That was a good idea.
put that thing and you grinded on people and you could have gotten all this information and money.
How much money I would have made.
Well, I think the part of it is, again, you're a wife and a mother. When you were back at the club,
Yeah.
these card readers didn't exist. They haven't existed that long.
But
I think
Kenzie's
they
not
have.
that old. I think, Kenzie, you probably had like a square reader at some point.
I
in
was
your
at the club at
club.
like 24 years old. So,
Right. So I don't know if these credit card readers, that's 6-7 years. Is it that long ago these things were all out there
I think
freely?
we've had them for 10 years now.
They probably, I'm looking it up, and they probably had the patent in 1842 for a credit card reader.
Imagine just shaking ass and you hear like ding, you know, like that, like the Apple Pay notification.
Well, see, that's the rub. You got that EDM music cranking when usually you're at the club bumping into somebody, and you're not going to hear that little ping.
Ping.
So they could even get an automatic payment going of like $19.90. That's typically what they do. They put an auto payment of like $10 a month on your credit card. You just don't notice it. You think it's one of your streaming service fees or whatever. They don't usually do a big transaction. They might pull a big transaction when they just want to
You should have
say,
your shopping cart pulled up, so it's like a
Oh,
one-time
God.
shipment.
now, to block this, and I've heard this for years and don't have one, maybe Case or Kenzie, you do have an RFID blocking wallet of any sort?
I have an American Eagle wallet.
Have you ever heard of RFID?
No. What is that?
So I've heard those wallets
Is
I
it a weight
want.
loss drug?
It's not, no, it's not a weight
Is it
loss
a
drug.
Weight loss drug. Kenzie, do you have a wallet?
Like I have more. I have more like a card holder in my
Okay,
purse.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's a tiny thing with a few.
And
little
it's
few
not
slots.
it's not RFID approved.
I don't think so.
Well, the thing
Kate
is,
Spade.
typically those card holders, you get those little square deals. I've wanted to get one, but I can't think I fit everything I want to keep in my wallet in them. You put your cards in there, like Kenzie said, and they can be. You can buy them that are RFID. They're more expensive. They're like $50, and they cause electromagnetic radio waves to basically track if anything happens and block that. They can block somebody kind of use a bump their ass on your card and get
But
your
it's
card
never
reader.
happened to you. So why is this on your list of things you have to get?
Because just in general, I've heard about this for years where people will either can steal it even from further away or just in general, maybe bumping into me on the street.
From further, what, they have a laser beam? What do you mean further away?
I've just heard about RFID for years.
I've never heard of this. I don't feel like I need that.
Well, somebody might bump up on you in the club.
I'm also
hurt.
not worried about somebody grinding on me anytime soon.
I haven't been to the club in a while.
You're like, get off me, bitch. I know what you're trying to.
Trying to hang out with my boys.
So you're saying a voluptuous girl comes up to you and wants to grind on you, and you're like, no, thank you. Because I don't have an RFID wallet in my pocket. You might be stealing my money.
Have I ever been grinded on while dancing?
Or even just standing. Because I don't know do you dance?
What are you doing, the hand jive at the club? What do you mean? How else are you dancing?
Do you like the dance?
No, why would I like to dance? I hate my body. I'm so uncomfortable with it.
But can you just sit there? Well, you know. I mean, it's like you're grinding.
Oh, that might be my problem.
Yeah. Okay, I'm super into you. I'm going to turn around now.
There's a lot of people that are attractive. Like Case is now a snack, you see.
Oh, God, I don't know where this is going.
And you might be standing at the club,
Yeah.
and someone would come up and grind on you.
I've been in situations over the last year where I feel like women have been dancing at me, and I'm not really sure what my role in the situation is.
And what does that mean? What do you mean they're dancing at you?
I feel like they want me to do something, and my body isn't sure how to respond.
Stand behind them.
Stand behind them, okay.
And put your hand in the air.
The problem is I've been trying to have conversations with them. I've been asking them what they've been reading lately.
Good Lord.
You've never fallen back and let your friends catch you while a girl shakes her ass at you. You haven't been in that circle.
I'm not in an Usher video, no.
You know what? If a girl comes to grind on you at the club and you ask her what she's reading, you deserve to have a $10 a month fee put on you.
That is really mean. I can't believe you said that.
That's you deserve it. So watch out for ghost tapping, kids.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
Okay, so we have sports on the way. A lot to get to with the Cubs and the Sox and what happened yesterday, but also we have a major concert announcement coming up in about 10 minutes, and we have the first pair of tickets for that show that we will give away once we announce it. A great big show, and you'll be the first people in. This is all before we get to Clash with Kenzie, where we have those Six Flags Great America passes coming up at 7:10. That's about 20 minutes away. So next 20 minutes, very pivotal. Now, yesterday on the show, we had a question in trivia. I'll just play the audio to revisit what happened yesterday about why jump the shark. That phrase became important, and I got about 400 DMs yesterday about this topic of jump the shark. So let's go back to yesterday. This is in Clash with Kenzie, the trivia question, and what happened with the person that attempted to answer that question. So we go back in time 24 hours ago. When something starts to lose its quality, what commonly used phrase refers to an animal being jumped?
Is it beat a dead horse?
That's good. Is it?
Boy, is that a great answer. That's a great answer. It's not right, though. The answer is jump the shark.
Oh.
You ever heard that?
Yeah, no.
Ever heard that,
No,
Leslie?
I've
No,
never heard
not
that.
at all.
And Kenzie, you haven't heard that either?
I've
I'm
never
also
heard that.
Gen Z, so
There was an episode of Happy Days. Fonzie. Do you know Fonzie, Leslie?
no, I don't.
So Fonzie was a leather jacket wearing cool guy like James Dean in a TV show called Happy Days. And it went on for a while. It was number one show in the 70s. And then there was an episode where he jumped a shark on water skis.
Badass.
I'm not going to go through the whole plot. We don't have time for that. But after that, the show allegedly went downhill and people said it jumped the shark. So that's where the phrase came from. Jump the shark. It led to, I don't know, what, a 35-minute discussion on jump the shark game? What'd that go on?
Well, as I told you guys during one of the commercial breaks yesterday, I write these Clash with Kenzie questions with the idea in mind that they're, and this is not an insult towards anybody, with the idea in mind that they're general knowledge that anybody off the street should be able to answer these. And I really thought jump the shark was something that everybody knew. And as it turns out, there are some people that have used the phrase but don't know what it means, or they've at least heard the phrase and don't know what it means. And then there's an entire group of people that have never heard the phrase before, which stunned me. And so we got into a very long conversation about jump the shark yesterday. Because, Kenzie, you had never heard it, right?
No, I literally never heard it.
Never even heard the phrase even uttered by someone and went like, I don't know what they're talking about, but I don't need to go dive in to see what it means.
Nope.
Also, to your point in your questions, general knowledge questions, some are tougher, some are easier. You thought that was a layup.
I thought it was a layup. I thought it'd be animal jumped what? Jump the shark. All right, moving on.
So, polls.
I even heard it as an animal getting jumped, like beat up.
Like a gang initiation.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh my God, this is horrible.
Because it's not in the clip Brian just played, but Kenzie's guess was kangaroo.
Yes.
Because a kangaroo jumps.
I was like, I don't know, like what animal gets jumped?
Yes. Not many. See,
many.
You jump them in water skis and leather jackets like Fonzie did.
Do you want to hear the synopsis for the episode in which Fonzie jumps the shark real quick?
If you have that, go ahead.
I do. Season 5, Episode 3, Hollywood Part 3, a 3-part Happy Days episode. Good, what is it, Lord of the Rings? Let's wrap it up here, guys.
And he's just going to jump a shark. Come on.
Richie must choose either a 5-year Hollywood contract or college in Milwaukee, while the Fonz accepts the California Kids Challenge to perform a dangerous water ski jump over a shark.
I wonder what happened with Richie. I can't
Why
remember.
is that a tough choice?
Yeah, Hollywood or Milwaukee, you tell me.
Okay.
And by the way, the show was based in Milwaukee, so he lived there. So before you try to rip on Milwaukee, he lived there. The whole show was based there.
I was going to say, well, of course, everybody knows that, but not everybody knows Jump the
Nope.
Shark, so I guess not everybody knew that.
I know he's in Milwaukee.
I'm surprised not everybody's heard of Fonzie, whether you're a Gen Zer or not. Fonzie reference used in Pulp Fiction. I thought maybe someone knew who Fonzie was.
Well, I would say cultural icon, one of the more recognizable TV characters ever.
Wait, I know who the Fonz is. Like, I've heard of him.
Yeah, I'm not talking about you. I'm
I
talking
didn't know
about
he was
other.
in Milwaukee, though.
That's where the show was based.
I did not know that.
Yep.
Do you know Fonzie's catchphrase? The thing that he would say?
It was stupid. It was just like easy. It was like, hey, like wasn't it something like right?
Yes.
Yeah, first off,
Okay.
get that stupid out of your mouth. A was cool. A.
But I'm saying it was like simple. Is what I was looking for. It wasn't like a long catchphrase.
You didn't say simple. You said stupid. How dare you? Hey.
Hey.
So the show was number one, record ratings. Then it went downhill after the Jump the Shark episode, which is why Jump the Shark going forward means something, in case worded it, something that had quality and doesn't have quality anymore.
And Happy Days was prestige programming at one point.
And the text line, we had more text on that than for the Golden Ticket almost yesterday. It became a discussion of, well, yeah, but it's not. It's only used for TV shows. It's not. It became used for restaurants and bands and whatever. They've jumped the shark at this point. An album, pretty common for the last 20 years. But we did a poll to make sure maybe a lot of people haven't heard of it. Maybe me and Case are the only ones that have heard of Jump the Shark. Turns out, not true. On the Instagram story poll that Case put up, let's see here. It was, which is a great picture, by the way, of Fonzie on the skis in the story, jumping the shark. Really
Literally, it's from the scene. He's jumping the shark.
love it. With his leather jacket on, jumping a shark in the
That's
ocean.
awesome.
73% of our listeners, and there was over a couple thousand votes on that, 73% have heard the phrase and know it, jump the shark. So there you go.
That's like bullcrap because they're just like, oh, I heard it today on the radio.
No, this is a
If I
sign.
forgot, they're like, oh my God, I just heard about that today. It doesn't count.
Here's what we'll do. For that reasoning, Kenzie, we'll give a plus or minus 5% on people that just don't want to appear that they didn't know it.
The margin of error.
The margin of error is plus or minus 5%. Still over, close to 70%.
And then the amount of people who would have heard it for the first time today on the show and are like, yes, I had heard of that. Another 10%.
Still a majority percent. Still a majority.
Much closer, though.
Yeah.
Because now 15 off of what, 70?
I guess. No, 73. So we're still over 50%.
So slightly.
Quite a bit. Plus it's plus or
Like
minus.
3%.
Plus the plus or minus, you can't say it's all that. It's a blurry ground there, the plus or minus. You can't guarantee that 15%.
Even at your worst case scenario, you're looking at 58% of people definitely knowing what Jump the Shark is.
Yep. Facebook, Kenzie,
What?
even more. We're looking at 86% on Facebook, and there was 241 comments on the post that voted
Well,
on
I
it.
think this is also change it because I didn't see this post and I would have voted.
Well, you should go to our Facebook page sometime. It was there for you. It's
I did not see that at all. That didn't come up.
Just to be clear, there's no paywall on our Facebook page. You can go there anytime you want and post whatever you want.
You want to win Chicago, it's right there for you.
I just didn't see it.
So some of the comments on here said you could just ask, "Are you old?" Same question. Although Case is not old. Case is a Gen Zer. Leslie said, "I'm a Gen Zer. I don't know who the Fonz is." You can't hide behind that your whole life, Leslie.
Could you imagine being alive and not knowing who the Fonz is?
If you were alive when the show was on?
No.
Just in
alive
general?
Now.
I can't. But
I don't know a life without the Fonz.
I don't either. But some people do. Let's see. There's people out there. Sam checked it on the Facebook page and said, "Yes, I know Jump the Shark. Does anyone outside of young children know it? Not know what I mean."
Oh, I got
So he thinks young children can get a pass. Not Gen Zers or not young children, by the way.
Legal adults. Voting.
Isaiah checked it on the Facebook. Don't know that one, but we all don't know. But don't we all know Jump the Gun, like the start of a marathon? Don't
Oh, I
jump
have
the
heard
gun.
Jump the Gun.
Yeah, you've heard. Okay, good. Kenzie's heard
heard
Jump the Gun.
that.
Jump the Gun.
But that's like an entirely different thing, though. That's just that's a different word.
But
It's
I
a different
have
phrase.
heard of it.
Okay, all right.
It's redirection a little bit and trying to get to the point of
It's a
it.
complete redirection.
It's complete.
Well,
So-
if you've never heard of Jump the Shark, you're like, well, I've heard of Jump the Gun. That's actually a fair thing to bring up.
well, then we could just bring up any
Because
phrase.
you don't know. But you don't know that if you've never heard of Jump the Shark, you don't know that it comes from a show with the font. It could mean the same thing as Jump the Gun.
Well, a lot of people did know.
You're not just like, oh, I've never heard of that. Was it a guy jumping over a shark in a TV show? Was it Fonzie? Like, how are you supposed to know that?
Well, there is a differentiation in some of the answers because some people said they know Jump the Shark and they know what it means, meaning what the actual definition is. But they didn't know that it came from a Happy Days episode of Fonzie jumping the shark. They just thought it meant when something goes bad. It used to be really good. So,
I think we all learned something.
I hope so. I hope we all learned. We all know what Jump the Shark is now. And by the way, you want to hear that whole thing? It's on the podcast, yesterday's podcast. What is that episode labeled? Do you remember what you just Jump the Shark?
Oh, well, it's a two-parter because it was the most controversial clash with Kenzie in history because we didn't know that not everybody knew Jump the Shark. And then, yes, Brian and Kenzie jumped the shark yesterday. You can listen to that on the Brian and Kenzie podcast.
There you go.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Hey, I'm Chris Van Vliet. Go behind the scenes and beyond the headlines with the biggest names in pro wrestling and beyond.
Sandy's app. If I give you a decade, who do you think's the MVP? 80s, Hogan, not even close. 90s, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Absolutely. 2000s, John Cena.
You filmed The Brain in 2004. Yeah. Isn't the story that role was going to be for
Steve Austin?
For Steve Austin.
Yep. What is one man's trash is another man's trophy.
Mindset, motivation, insight with Chris Van Vliet. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
The Hammer Alley Podcast, an 80s flashback mockumentary.
Modestly speaking, in 1987, we knew Hammer Alley was better than Def Leppard, White Lion, Glass Tiger, John Cougar, and other artists named after Wildcats.
How did they go from top of the rock to rock bottom?
That band that won Battle of the Bands, Hammer Alley, is as current as a bowling alley. Have you been in one of those lately?
Hammer Alley.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.